I'm ready. Some say I'm too aggressive. You know I just can't help it. Might think I'm too obsessive. I'd rather keep them guessing. Can't knock me down, no please. I just get up with ease. Some things aren't what they seem. Can't take the heat, then leave. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. La 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 la. 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 I'm ready. I'm fresh. I'm I'm ready. I'm pushing, pushing forward till I can't get no further. Just when you think I'm cornered, I'm breaking every border. The ceilings can't contain me. Feel every step I'm taking. This rearview mirror shaking. Haven't looked back there lately. I'm ready. I'm ready. Some say I'm too aggressive. You know I just can't help it. Might think I'm too obsessive. I'd rather keep them guessing. Can't knock me down, no please. I just get up with ease. Some things aren't what they seem. Can't take the heat, then leave. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm pushing, pushing forward till I can't get no further. Just when you think I'm cornered, I'm breaking every border. The ceilings can't contain me. Feel every step I'm taking. This rearview mirror shaking. Haven't looked back there lately. I'm ready. I'm ready. Some say I'm too aggressive. You know I just can't help it. Might think I'm too obsessive. I'd rather keep 'em guessing. Can't knock me down, no please. I just get up with ease. Some things aren't what they seem. Can't take the heat, then leave. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Ah, la 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 la. Ah, la 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 la. Ah, la.
Thank you, thank you. It's very nice having actual friends in the room right now because it helps my ego a whole lot. But welcome to our Live from the Living Room number 3. This is a very important and very exciting one. So if you are tuning in right now, you're going to be getting information that I will not pretty much ever be posting. But we got to debut the title track from the new project called Dreamland. If you missed it, I might post a preview of it, but I'm not promising that. But Dreamland is my next project. It's going to be released as 2 EPs. And where that Dreamland infomercial that you've been seeing all around is coming from is we are in the process of doing the music videos for it. And the whole thing about this project is every song has a video, and it's going to be seamless transitions so that it basically makes one full movie by the end of it. So we have a lot of work ahead of us. It's already been a lot of work. The music is basically done already. So we're trying to kick things into gear in doing this. So thank you so much to everybody who's invested in Dreamland. I'm sending out your welcome packets this coming week, so you'll start to get all the things you've been investing in. And then as obviously some of your packages are like props from the set or custom things or whatever. So once we start shooting more videos, you'll be getting your pieces as soon as we can. So thank you so much for investing in Dreamland. And throughout tonight, I'll be telling you more little details and more things to get you excited. As usual, please send comments in the chats so that I can communicate with you. We have Emily, who is our designated chat reader, and she is reading everything to me so that I can talk to you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Share it with your friends right now so that more people can join us. This next one is one that we debuted at the last one, and I'm not cool enough for this song, but, you know, sell it in your mind. I'm ticking. Let it go, let it go, let it go, boom. Let it roll, let it roll, let it go, boom. When it goes, wanna go, here it go, boom. It goes, boom. Let it go, let it go. Let it roll, let it roll. Here it goes, it goes, boom. Don't mind me just kicking over my water and flooding the place. What'd you say? Behind Boom? Dreamland, awesome. Hi, Vlad. I know we've been actually talking. I think I sent you a postcard at the beginning of quarantine, so thanks for tuning in. He's tuning in all the way from Russia, so that's exciting. So the story behind Dreamland, the song, is... So I'd been working on this project kind of piece by piece, And the first song that came together for it was a song called Cruel. And then the second one is Sandman, which you'll be hearing in a couple of songs. And every song kind of wrote itself, and then I started to see the lines that were connecting them. And so I'm very fortunate that I constantly get to work with an amazing composer. His name is Joseph Trapanese, and he did the Greatest Showman scores and Tron and Straight Outta Compton, and he's awesome. And every time I'm in a room with him, I'm just drooling. And so we got together to do a session, and he's just so brilliant. He just starts doing stuff. And then that line of "come with me and I'll let you see my dreamland, come with me and I'll let you see my demons," just kind of started rolling out. And we really, that was one of the few songs that I didn't write kind of section by section. He just stuck me in the booth and just said, sing what's happening. And then he put all the puzzle pieces together and kind of made it what it is. And so the reason that that's the title track, and also it's going to be the first song of the EP, is because it truly is an invitation to the listener to come into my dreamland. Because sonically, once you're in dreamland, it's going to be a very different sound. It's going to be a very different feel, and we want you to feel like you're actually in dreamland. So that's my story behind that. We'll get to more details on that. Obviously, I got to throw in a few covers, a little fun things just for ourselves. So this is Paramore's Ain't It Fun? I don't mind letting you down easy, but just give it time. Well, if it don't hurt now, we'll just wait a while. You're not the big fish in the pond no more. You're the one they're feeding on. So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you? So what are you gonna do when nobody wants to fool with you? Ain't it fun living in the real world? Ain't it good being all alone? Where you from? You might be the one who's running things. Well, you can ring anybody's bell and get what you want. You say it's easy to ignore trouble when you're living in a bubble. So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit around you? So what are you gonna do when nobody wants to fool with you? Ain't it fun living in the real world? Ain't it good being all alone? Ain't it good to be on your own? Ain't it fun you can't count on no one? Ain't it good to be on your own? Ain't it fun you can't count on no one? Ain't it fun living in the real world? Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own. Fun, ain't it fun? Baby, now you're one of us. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun living in the real world? Ain't it good? Ain't it good being all alone? Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying Thank you, thank you. Thankful for my hype team over here. I'm sorry, I missed that. Yeah, so we things will be coming soon, hopefully. That's the goal. So, to go on with Sandman, which is the second song on the project. For those of you who have tuned in before, I know you know this spiel. For those of you who are new, hopefully this is new to you. Dreamland came from when I was doing radiation for some cancer treatments that I was going through 5 years ago. I had to be isolated in my room for a week, and I wasn't allowed to see anybody for safety of others. So I was radiating so much that I was a danger to other people. So even my mom could just drop food off at my door and walk away. I wasn't allowed to see anybody for a week. And in that process, I was already at the lowest point probably in my life because I was fighting for my life and I was deprived of hormones and I was in so much pain and I was isolated. And so I thought, okay, it's only a week. Maybe if I just like sleep every single day away, then it'll go by faster. But also I was very much so in the mindset of if I didn't wake up, I'd totally be fine with that. And so I thought that my dreamland would be an escape, but because there was so much radiation in my brain, that dreamland was just as messed up as my reality. And so I had to go through a real personal journey dealing and facing the darkest parts of myself and the darkest thoughts that I had had and pulling myself out of that and actually choosing to wake up each morning and choosing to still be in reality. So visually in these music videos for each song, you're gonna see the very raw storytelling of that and the decisions that I made along the way and times that I did reject myself and I did reject reality. But by the end of it, I knew that reality was worth it more. I knew choosing to wake up was going to be worth it in the end. And so Sandman, being the second song, is probably one of the more raw and honest ones of being in that state where you're just begging for the dream and to not wake up. So I never would have imagined that the entire world would be understanding what it's like to be isolated and in quarantine. But since we are all experiencing that, I know that you guys can relate to this in a different way now. So I hope that you relate to it, and I hope you like it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Joey, for the compliment. This is actually our second show today. We did a private live stream for a college. That was about an hour-long show. But this one's a lot more fun, in my opinion. So, what was next? Oh, yes. So some really, really cool news, if you haven't seen it yet. I have been working with a gaming company called Garena, and their game is called Free Fire. And they emailed me at the beginning of the year to do a custom song for the trailer for their new animation for the expansion of it. And I mean, I literally received like a random email from somebody that I didn't know. And we get emails like that, and usually they're not real. And so I sent it on to my manager, and I was like, can you just like follow up on this, see if it's real, whatever. Turns out it was very real. And so I've been working on this custom song for them and with them since February. And as of last weekend, they finally released the animation and the song for the first time. And this coming weekend, some more fun things are coming from that. So that's just been like the coolest, most mind-boggling thing and the biggest compliment that they thought of me. And so this next song, as you guys probably know by now, is one of those songs as well that was put in a trailer for a Netflix show, and it just like blew up and was crazy and ended up being my biggest song that I have thus far. We'll see about this next one that's happening. But yeah, it's fun. It's psycho. I know the majority of you guys know it by now, so bring out the freak flag. Cool. We're going to have a little intermission moment so you can grab another guitar. Also, that one will need to start kind of at the end of that song to trigger the video. Anyways, improvising. You should see our second camera woman because she's literally doing army crawls on the floor, which is kind of incredible, just making it work. So a lot of work goes into making this happen. So I have to do the obligatory artist thing. We love being able to perform for you guys. We also, as Krigarè, the entity and the company, we really take pride in being able to pay our musicians and to pay our sound guy and to pay the people who make this happen. So if you want to help contribute to that, if you want to throw up that donate button, we would love your help and love your support because we'd love to keep paying the people that we love and that we want to support. We have a question. So Vlad, to answer your question about the context of that Krigarè trailer, so they had already done the instrumental for the trailer, and so all the music was already there, and then they kind of actually pieced different songs together to kind of give me a feel of what they wanted for each section, because this was a very specific and actually a very difficult song for me to write because it's not a normal song structure, and I'm having to story tell to the animation, and also there's different like past and present situations happening in it, and so you're having to flip storytelling in certain ways. So it was probably the most challenging song I've had to write, but they gave me a decent kind of template of like, this is the idea of what we want, but then they gave me a lot of artistic freedom to just say, okay, well, let's start with what do you feel, and then we'll fine tune from there. So I think there was probably about 15 revisions before we landed exactly where we are now. So yeah, that one was a very particular one because normally when I get given briefs, they are very specific because it's like, it's for this scene and we want a song like this. And then for me, my idea is I never give a song that's exactly like the reference song because I just want it to be something different. And so if it fits, awesome, and if it doesn't. And so this one being like, here's what it's for, but also you need to tell this specific story, and it was very challenging, but I'm very thankful that I got the opportunity to do it, and I think it ended up pretty good, hopefully. Never know. Any more questions? Anyone want to ask any questions while we're still? David just got some praise. Fire emojis. I love it. Beautiful. We are super thankful that actually this show hasn't been shut down because yesterday we were rehearsing and a giant storm came through and we lost everything and had to restart. And right as we were starting this live stream, another storm's been coming through. But we're good so far. So fingers crossed, knock on wood. This isn't real wood, but it's going to have to do for now. Yeah, so we're about to do my favorite cover that we do of the entire night, which was actually produced and created by these two behind me. We were doing a set of shows in California last year, and I've had a different amount of cover songs that I've always done in my sets, but they're a little bit more college-based or just fun and hype. And I really wanted to do a song that was going to be a cover of somebody else's song, but if I had written it myself. And so my parents raised me in 80s music, and so obviously that was naturally where I leaned towards, and then I kind of just gave them the freedom of here's a handful of songs that I really like, but you kind of call the shots and see what you can come up with. And so not only did it turn out amazing and super cool and very original sounding, that was also one of the very first songs that I recorded and edited and did my own vocals for and did my own vocal arrangements for. And the same thing, each song that I've been releasing has been more and more of me actually getting behind the chair and getting behind the mic and kind of doing it by myself and learning and growing. And someone like Paige Blue, who's here in the room, who's an incredible producer, she's a female producer, and she was really one of the ones who pushed me to want to be able to do more of that. So thankful for your influence. Finger guns and hearts. Are you good? Yeah. Sweet. We're going to see how this goes because we haven't used this guitar before. So, you always know it's live. Is this starting before the video trigger? Because cool. You might hear some bleed over from Twisted Games, but it's fine.
Talking away, I don't know what to say. I'll say it anyway. Today
Guys, during our live stream earlier, we were doing our cover of All the Small Things in the Middle by Jimmy Eat World and Blink-182. And I have been doing that cover, no joke, for 7 years at minimum. Like, we've done it for a long time. There's this big buildup in the bridge, and for the first time ever, I just completely missed it and came in like a beat later, and it was just not good. So the fact that that didn't train wreck, but that did earlier, that's a good sign. Some encouragement when listening and looking at all of the Dreamland stuff to give you guys more information. There are 1 million Easter eggs in everything that's being posted about it, from the infomercial to the product photos to everything. There are Easter eggs everywhere, and I highly recommend, if you haven't watched Lost yet, go watch it, because then you'll understand it a little bit more. But in the infomercial in particular, there is a reference to every single music video for the first EP. So get to know that video really well. You might see it actually in one of the music videos. But yeah, the more you pay attention, the more you'll get to know the storyline, because this is very story-based. I don't have a release date for the whole Dreamland experience yet. We're in the process of getting partners and getting investments and doing all of that, because it is a whole lot of work ahead of us. But my goal is like beginning of next year. We're getting closer and closer as it is, at least for the first thing to be released. But that's my goal, but I can't make any guarantees yet. Good? Awesome. Well, this one's fun. This one's sassy. You guys should know it by now. It's called Ooh Honey. To ruin something. Let's try that again. Here we go. From the top, yeah. Say when you start to play the game, you're playing with the big boys now. Start to play the game. You're playing with the big boys now. Ooh, oh. Ooh, ooh, I say, ooh, honey. Ooh, ooh, I say, ooh, honey. You better get ready, 'cause you're playing with the big boys now. Ooh, honey. Ooh, ooh, honey, say, ooh, honey. Ooh, ooh, honey, say, ooh, honey. You better get running. Oh, So we're adding it's new for you guys, but a new cover to the set that we've been doing for our college shows for a while. It's one of my favorite ones to sing just because it's challenging and it's fun, but it's also fun to jump and dance to. So I fully expect you guys behind your computers and in your living rooms on your TVs to actually like jump, and I want to see it on Instagram stories so that I can share it. So this is Titanium. You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. Talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down, but I get up. Bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Cut me down, but it's you who have further to fall. Ghost town and haunted love. Raise your voice. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. I am titanium. Stone heart, machine gun, fire at the ones who run. Stone heart, now it's bulletproof cloud. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. I am titanium. Thank you, thank you. Well, thank you guys so much again for tuning into Live from the Living Room #3. Again, if you want to help support us and help donate, or even just doing the Dreamland investment packages or whatever you feel would help us to keep continuing this and being able to take care of our boys, which over here on the drums is Noah Ryan. Please give it up for Noah Ryan. And over here on the second guitar is Joshua Ryan. Crushing it with the improv. A little, like my last thing about Easter eggs, you will notice on like pictures from live shows, or if you paid attention tonight, I don't even know if you can see the computer. Our keyboard computer is called Nick Cage Rage, and it only has pictures of Nicolas Cage on it, but usually Nicolas Cage over like Ross Geller's face, which is awesome. And then it has like the animated aerial things with Nick Cage's face on it. So just be looking out for Nick Cage Rage on the road with us. He's our third member. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting us, and for supporting me and supporting Dreamland. This last one's called This Time.
Your hand on the trigger, my heart on the sleeve. The eyes of a sinner, are you looking at me? Your power is failing, your strength is deceived. You better start walking, I'm raising the heat. In the end you'll find I'm the leader this time. Run right into the fire. Smoke will only rise higher. You better run, you better hide. I'm the leader this time. You don't know what's coming. I'm taking the night while your words are falling. I'm here to ignite. I'm not staying behind. I'm the leader this time. Run right into the fire. Smoke will only rise higher. You better run, you better hide. I'm the leader this time. I'm the leader this time. Run right into the fire. Smoke will only rise higher. You better run, you better hide. I'm the leader this time.
Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.
I'm pushing forward till I can't get no further. Just when you think I'm cornered, I'm breaking every border. The ceilings can't contain me. Feel every step I'm taking. This rearview mirror shaking. Haven't looked back there lately. I'm ready. I'm ready. Some say I'm too aggressive. You know I just can't help it. Might think I'm too obsessive. I'd rather keep 'em guessing. Can't knock me down, no please. I just get up with ease. Some things aren't what they seem. Can't take the heat, then leave. I'm ready.